And welcome back to the Archimegalo. Let's open up the board and see what we got. So we got a decent amount of stuff done in crosscode, but there's still like a million checks to find. But I have played enough crosscode for today, unless something warrants me to play an entire session of crosscode. I'm probably not going to do it. The one thing that I really need right now is in Link to the Past, which is still in BK mode as far as I can tell. So we're going to leave that at that. But there's a game that I haven't played since August, and it's time to come back to it. That is Meritous. So let me push some buttons and we'll get Meritous underway. You're probably gonna hear some keyboard noises because I'm playing this on the keyboard. I did try to add some controller support to it based on like someone else's patch that they made to Meritous at some point, but it really didn't work. So, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Okie dokie. So we have a bunch of stuff now. Oh my goodness. Also, we got at least one, if not two, evolution traps, and everything is trying to kill me. Actually, this really feels like all three of them. But we're pretty strong at the very least, so at least there's that. Hey Elia, how you doing? I hope pinball time went well today. Yeah, the music in Meritous is pretty good. Oh jeez. This is gonna be rough getting to the boss rooms though. Anyway. Why is that marked as there's an enemy there? But then I get here and there's clearly not. Yeah, I've definitely had streams like that. Is the music too loud? By the way, it is kind of loud for me. But if it's just loud for me, then that's not as much of a problem. Also, I keep forgetting that I'm using the incorrect... I'm using the incorrect asset pack for this. In fact, I should probably save and switch that around. I need to find a save point, though. There we go, that works. Give me a moment. Oh, that... That's fine. That was just the universal tracker. I still don't know why the latest version that I put up on GitHub appears to just not work for people. Like, it just crashes on start, and I don't know why. What file do I need to replace here? Artifacts. Artifacts.png. Is this the correct one? Okay, there's artifacts and there's one other. Yeah, right. Tile set. I do need to clean up Meritous, though. There's still a couple of pull requests that I need to get off my plate. Let's see. And fix up the... There we go. Okay. By the way, this game has flashing lights sometimes. Play things or play all sub-modules and usually the first one is play. Yeah. Okay, the assets are still not correct. At least the tile set still isn't. Weird. I'll worry about that later. But yeah, I am familiar with the tracker format, so I know what you're talking about, and it's still kind of weird. There's the concept of having like sub-songs. But I know, like, there are some games that do that, so that you don't have, like, 5 or 6 different files for, like, one level in a game. Because then you gotta replicate the samples for all of those. And like on the Amiga, space is at a premium. I'm not exactly an expert on the Amiga, but I do know that the original tracker formats, at the very least, kind of started off there. Okay, so where am I going? I'm going to the southeast. Oh, this is a friendly room. No. Maybe I only have two evolution traps. Oh my goodness. Get out of there. Oh, that was a bad idea. Why did I do that? Also, the room to the north here looks entirely unpleasant. Okay. Still have 2 hearts. Where is that boss room? We need a boss room. Show me a boss room. Where is the boss room? Okay, we're getting to it. Oh, I checked how many Questigons I have during the break. I'm not 100% sure if the count is accurate, but I do save all of these server logs for previous sessions. Based on that, I currently have 39, and I need 41. So we're getting close, but we're not there yet. There's only one enemy here. We have all 3 psyches, so that's helpful. So Meridian should be a piece of cake. I mean, the weird thing is, like, because of the stereo separation and the fact that I only have one earbud in, I can only hear like half of the samples. But this song is basically burnt into my memory. So I hear the entire song. And number 3. Yeah, that's kind of a thing with the tracker format is, by default, you will have, like especially with the .mod format, you get 2 channels that pan hard left and 2 channels that pan hard right. So the stereo separation is absolute. Hey Timmy, how you doing? Okay, so now we gotta go to the north. And probably pretty far to the north. Also, I appreciate, I wish I could remember the name of the person who did it, but like, this used to like just flash the entire screen. Oh, both bosses are over here. Like, this used to like flash the entire screen black and white. When, oh, actually that was specifically when you were using a, checkpoint to teleport. But that bug has been resolved. I'm doing alright, thank you. And by the way, I do need to actually, hang on. Alright. I don't know where the nearest checkpoint is. Right now I'm just kind of opening up rooms in hopes to find a checkpoint. It might also help during the end game, but we'll see. There's a non-zero chance that I could finish Meritous today. HP berry, star coins. Yikes. I'm not counting on it because especially like how low my circuit refill is. but I think the logic is such that I could theoretically get there. Levels of Reaper, crystals, nothing too major. One thing that I do kind of want to do though is actually properly detect when a collect has been sent, so that like if a check has already been collected, you don't end up just paying for a check that's been already sent out. Maybe I don't know if I would go for like a full refund, but at least like a half refund. I don't know. There is a bunch of stuff that I want to do for Meritous, but also like it's having the desire but not the drive to work on things. And right now I am trying to work on that a little bit more. I've opened the code for bumper stickers in like the first time in like a year. I have fixed a couple of bugs that kind of crept into the refactor that I was working on. There's still some problems, but oh, this is unpleasant. There are still some issues, but at least I fixed some of them. Like, I think the main problem that I'm running into right now with bumper stickers is so when I load a game, it's not calling the function that would usually create the HUD. Which is kind of expected. Like, it is, like, it's meant to create the HUD when it's creating the game. But if there's a saved game, it's not creating the game, it is loading it. So what I might do is just basically just call the function to create the game, but tell that function whether there is any save data to load from. So it still does the initialization that it needs to do, such as create a HUD. But then it can tell the difference between I need to start a new game or I need to load what's saved. Sorry, just kind of voicing, like, talking through my problem, because, like, it's not something that I usually get to do. And I realize that no one here is probably going to know, like, how to... Well, I'm not going to make any assumptions, but Hacks is not a particularly popular language. I feel like it should be more popular than it is because some of the language features are really cool. What do you mean oh yeah, rubber ducking, yeah, that's a good term for it. In fact, that is the term for it, the concept of, like, some people having, like, a rubber duck or some plush figure next to their computer, and they talk to that, whatever it is, and explain the problem, and sometimes come up with a solution. Hey Zero, how you doing? And really, like, that's something that I should do more often, because I have a Lucario plush on my desk. The Lucario plush does not know how to program in Hacks, but it sure can listen. Ow. Oh, this is not great. Really could use faster refill. Yeah, the slow refill is really what's getting me right now. Oh, I think I might have gotten Ataraxia stuck on the statue on the other side for a second there. Honestly, like, this is easier because the stars are really nasty because they reflect off of a wall and come at you, so you really cannot hide. The lasers are really bad for shields, but at least they can't get around corners. But yeah, like, I was having another problem with loading, and couldn't figure it out for quite some time. Then it turned out that it basically came down to a flipped Boolean variable. Like, I was writing a true. I was writing a false, and on the other side I was expecting a true. Well, this is a strange situation. Also, good night, Jewel. Have a good sleep. So if the HUD is called on making the game, when adding that call on the load game. Well, the thing is, I want to avoid repeating code as much as possible. Because if you're repeating code in two places that does the same thing in both places, then you change it in one place and forget to change it in the other place, that causes problems. In fact, it's something that similar problem that I ended up realizing that I was doing during my coding session on Monday. I had two different functions to launch a bumper. And both of those functions did different things, but didn't need to do different things. And in fact, one of them wasn't even being called at all, so I just took that one out and blended the two functions together. Oh, that is a chaos. Can the HUD be a state? I don't know what that means. Do I want to fight Meritous right now? Well, if I don't now, when will I? At the very least, give it a try. Yeah. Really would like to avoid taking a hit during the first phase, because there are 4 phases for Meritous. At any point during a game, should the HUD be off? Not currently. Which is not to say that it couldn't happen. But for bumper stickers, you're generally going to have the HUD on. I don't like that both of its tendrils are like right up against the side here. I'm gonna have to pass through. Like, that is really nasty getting boxed in. Remember how I was saying that stars are the worst thing ever? Stars are happening now. Oh man, I nearly lost my shield, but I'm fine. I will get to chat in a minute here. I'm trying to not die. Oh boy. Big hit, alright. Meritous is one of the hardest bosses, honestly. Whew. I want the HUD to be checked for you. games. I don't understand the way that you are saying what you're saying. Of course, the place of power is on the other corner of the map. This could also just be a reading comprehension problem on my end. Because I do have a bit of an issue that, like, if something is not explained clearly to me, then I might just completely gloss over it and not really know what is being said. Okay, that's not a checkpoint. Thought that was going to be a checkpoint. Where is the nearest checkpoint? I feel like I haven't seen a checkpoint in a while. Oh, there's one. But yeah, it's not flashing the screen like a flashy thing. I kind of ran out of words there. I got an attack up. Mapped to Ganon's Tower. Great. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna try. Now, what kind of command line is red when I don't have a command line thing. You just start the game. Thinking a line could be added that at some point at the game start or load, it checks what the HUD should be in. Okay, so basically the thing is that it is calling to it is going through two different code paths. So when the game is saved, it will serialize the data, which is to say, convert all of the game's data into a string that can be read later. When you load the game, that data is therefore deserialized and the game objects are created. Thing is, I can't really... Like, when I deserialize the player state, it is actually creating the player state object in a way that the usual create game function doesn't get called. So I think the solution might just be to create a function just to create the HUD if I want to avoid code duplication. The HUD is an object. Because the HUD itself, in the current version that is, currently out and available for people to play, the data is stored in a bunch of different places, like at least in 3 different locations, which is just very messy and not how you should do things. Especially when I'm trying to make a game to which I'm going to be adding more game modes at some point. And in that version, some of the data is stored in the HUD. But in the new version, no data is stored in the HUD. Instead, data that pertains to the general state of the game is saved in the game state, and data pertinent to each player is saved in the player state. Which overall will result in cleaner and more expandable code, but I still gotta refactor everything to work that way. And that's kind of where I left off a year ago when I stopped working on the project. I understandably got a little frustrated because the whole point of a refactor is to put the code into a state where it works exactly the same as when you started the refactor. It's basically changing how the code works without changing what the code does functionally. Anyway, I realize that a lot of my talking has been technical jibber jabber, but like, there's not a whole lot that I can say while I'm playing Meritous. It's not exactly the sort of gameplay that is going to evoke a conversation. Oh look, shiny lightning. Running Windeer stat. Trying to do some quote unquote spring cleaning of your hard drive. Understandable. Yeah, one program that I would recommend in some cases at the very least is Dupe. And it is a free program. What that does is scans whatever you tell it to scan, looks for any duplicate files, and then it can either just delete duplicates, it can create symbolic links to duplicates, or if they're on the same logical volume, so like the same, if they're both on like C:, or E:, or whatever, it can create hard links of the duplicates, which is basically a way to say, like, you have these 2 file entries, but both of those file entries are the same file. And so they'll only take up the space of one of those files. I've generally found it to be pretty useful. And like, hard links are indistinct from regular files for the majority of programs, unless that program specifically checks to see if the file is a hard link. In fact, I know that there are some programs, I think one of the Call of Duty games at least, that like will duplicate files on purpose in case it's running on a hard drive rather than an SSD, so that just in order to try to reduce on drive read times, which I think is kind of sloppy. I think it's one of the earlier, like not super early, but like definitely been at least 10 years Call of Duty games that does that. But a NAS is also a good thing to have. Mine, I just runs on a Raspberry Pi. You can really make almost anything into a NAS. Like if you have like a disused laptop, even. Especially if it can run like without a battery, just run directly off of mains. And just yank the battery out of that. Plug it into the wall and just load up a copy of Server Linux or whatever software that you want to run on it. There you go. I'm going to make an attempt at finishing the game. No guarantees. But I am definitely heading toward the place of power. Oh, this is not ideal. Because this is the place of power, that chaos cannot leave this room. Which means I have to fight it here. I want to check on something here. So I found the place of power. I don't want to tag it just yet. I want to find a save point. I wouldn't recommend trying to make a NAS out of a laptop running Windows 95. That seems like a bad idea. I'm sure it's doable, but I wouldn't recommend it. Bad ideas are best. Sometimes. Oh, jeez. But yeah, if you want a low power solution, I would say getting a Raspberry Pi perfectly works just fine. If you don't know how to like set up a NAS on a Linux server environment, Open Media Vault is pretty easy to set up. And if you have some experience with Docker, then you can cobble together a bunch of Docker containers and just go hog wild. I would maybe not recommend running as many services as I do, because I have a whole bunch of like home services that I run on mine, which does sometimes result in things running a little slower than they probably should. Also, welcome back, Benny. Did some rafting and it was cool. You're here for... I would not call Meritous a roguelike. Because the big thing is, it's not permadeath. Like, it's not permadeath. You can save anytime and reload your save. It's not turn-based. I wouldn't even call it roguelite, honestly. The dungeons are procedurally generated, and that's basically the gist of it. The way that I describe it is as a bullet hell dungeon crawl with procedurally generated dungeons. Still, personally, I would not call this a roguelite. That's my opinion. You can have your own opinion. We can have different opinions. That's what makes people people. Is you can have different opinions on things and still nobody is correct. Because for some things, like the definition of roguelite, you can't really say that there is an empirical definition for roguelite. Now that's a good opinion to have, Grim, and I think I will have some ice cream as well when I'm done. Did I ever find a save point? Was that a save point over there? I kind of lost track of what I was doing. No, that's just a shield thing. Another toy shovel. Fantastic. How far is the save point? Like, I want to say that the dungeon generation should have made it so that there was a save point closer to this. And closer than this. Oh, there we go. And there's a checkpoint there. So if I fail, it's not too big of a deal. Alright, let's try it. See if we can finish a game tonight. Oh my goodness. That's not a good start. Well, yeah, this ain't great. Oh my goodness. I feel like it doesn't usually generate hunters in the place of power. Like, especially considering the fact that the ones that are outside are not coming in. Oh, there we go. They're coming in now. They're waiting for me to empty that room out. Maybe this room is just at capacity. Like it physically cannot contain any more enemies. Okay. This is not bad, actually. Like, I am taking damage sometimes, but also, like, the side bursts that I'm doing are often dropping hearts. So I'm restoring my health. Also getting the hearts in the first place. Fills my life bar. So I can potentially get a few extra lives here. Oh boy. Like, even knowing that there's really only 2 verbs in this game, move and burst. I guess move, charge, and burst. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I charged way too much there. Okay. Didn't charge enough there. Okay, there's no one outside. Well, there's not going to be any more hunters coming in for a second. Oh man. Let's see how much I can just run. And that's the worst thing. Like, if you die, you have to go all the way back to start. And you cannot use the checkpoints. Okay. I don't know if I'm going the right way. I don't think I am. No, I'm not. That's definitely not the right way. Screen is getting redder. That's a good sign. It'd be nice to save, but also that would lock me into the end game, so not doing that. God. No! Ah, man. I still have 12 mans left. Really would like a heart game. There we go. Nope, got turned around again. Also, I have a crap load of crystals now. Ow! Okay. That's interesting. So if I end up collecting a heart while I'm dying, it saves me from death. I actually didn't know that. That's useful information. Not the most useful. because that'll only happen in very specific circumstances, but it's still good to know. Like, that's not a thing that will ever happen during a boss, for instance, because bosses don't drop hearts. But if you have the crystal magnet, and you put out an attack, but then die, but then also take something else out, and manage to grab the heart before the death animation completes, then you survive. Ow, god. Ugh. This is good music, by the way, for a situation like this. Although I would argue like something a little bit more chasey. You know what I mean? Like this feels very tense, but it doesn't feel like chase music so much. Oh jeez. Give me a heart, give me a heart. Have a heart. Oh my goodness. Bye. No! Like, part of the problem is I'm trying to do this, like, a lot earlier than I should. Like, I'm seeing the opportunity and trying to take it, and it's not really working out. It'd also be nice if I could find any other item stores. And during the end game, it doesn't matter how many evolutions you've gotten. Collecting the Cursed Seal will automatically set evolutions to 3, and then run the commands that call all of the normal enemies and turn, I think it turns 1 out of every 25 enemies into a hunter. And then redistributes those hunters throughout the map. Got a 1-up. Oh, jeez. I'm surprised the game is able to render all of this. And not slow down at all. Died again, but my life count has gone up. Like, I am net gaining lives. And this is the only reason why this is possible. And like the big trick right now is like I need to charge exactly the right amount. Because like I can charge up pretty fast, but I have to discharge completely before I can charge again. And that's what's getting me because my circuit refill is really low. And like I can get hearts from bullet canceling, but I only get hearts and crystals if the burst is strong enough to cause damage to the enemy that shot it. Okay, so that's them done. And there's still about 600 hunters in the maze. A lot of them are going to be in places that are inaccessible. Unfortunately, a lot of those were almost dead already. Okay. Ah. Yeah, I got there. I did a Cyburst that wasn't nearly strong enough to kill anything. Fortunately, I was able to recover this time. That's the thing with this situation, is like my shield is strong enough that at least I can sustain myself. But I need to make sure that every burst counts. If I burst and it doesn't hurt anything, then that's probably it. I need to try to run. And if I can't do that, then I just take it off. Try again. See, that time didn't get a shot that was strong enough. Fortunately, there's a lot of space in this room. Oh my goodness. But when they flank you, that's another story. And you just get like 20 hunters coming from 5 different directions. But the more of them there are, the higher chance that one of them is going to drop a one of them is going to drop a heart. I don't know what that whisper is supposed to be, but I always imagine it as like Sonic. And another group. Oh, that didn't drop any hearts. There we go. Okay. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And one thing that this game does that is kind of annoying is one question mark coming your way does not necessarily equate to one enemy. It can be an entire party, which I call an ambush party. That was Nissan 0. No, it was Nissan. Wait, it was Mazda? Okay, yeah, it was Mazda. I knew it wasn't Volkswagen. Because Volkswagen was Das Auto. Okay, there's the entrance. I want to go into the boss of 4 health. There we go. Ah, boy, oh boy. Alright, Berserker. I have 42 lives to make this happen. I think the minimum charge to cause damage is 6? 4 isn't enough? Oh, 5 isn't enough. I probably still want to do more than that, but it's good to know the minimum. So that you know when to release to both get some damage and clear bullets. Okay, this is not a race. It's a marathon. I only have 3 hearts. Berserker has... I think regular Berserker has 2 lives? And then True Form has, like 4? Nice, Grim. Hope you enjoy your path of exiling. I do need to go back to that game at some point and actually, like, finish it. Like, just get it out of my head that I need to play on hardcore. I don't need to play on hardcore. But I will admit I enjoy playing on hardcore. It's frustrating sometimes, but like having the fear of death actually kind of makes the game more interesting. Oh jeez. There's too many lasers. Oh boy. You're gonna start throwing stars eventually, aren't you? I forget how this boss fight goes. The big thing with this phase is like there's nothing that that he's shooting out that I can even cancel. There's the stars. Okay, quick bursts. Try to throw sixes as much as possible. It's very much a balancing act. They don't want to shoot too hard, because then I can't bullet cancel if I get in trouble. Okay, one more big hit, I'll do it. Cool. There we go. Big stretch. Flashing lights warning, by the way. That's 3 out of 12. Yeah, this is broken. I'm not sure why it's doing the text incorrectly, but yeah, for some reason the colors are wrong in this because it's been updated to SDL2, but there's still some glitches here and there. I mean, I don't know if I would be committed enough to play Path of Exile and join the guild, because like my main game is Final Fantasy 14. And I'm not even in a free company in that. I really should find one. It's just paralysis, like choice paralysis, basically. Now I cannot release or collect this. Because I have not earned another release token. This would be a good candidate to release when I have a token. Because there's still over half the checks left in this. But we absolutely will take a look at the stats. Circuit bursts 1457, successful hits 13642, kills 2420, resisted hits 1399, misses 39, total discharge 7931.4. Bullets cancelled 410,342. Hearts gathered 4020. Shielded hits 10,300. Damage taken 259. Lives gained 54. Lives lost 21. Crystals collected 343. 343 million. Crystals spent 5 million. Crystals lost on death 147 million. Store purchases 50, chest open 5, room transitions 1982, checkpoint warps 8, saves 22, rooms explored 503. Total time 1 hour 58 minutes 53.313 seconds. Screenshot taken, a GG. And that has marked Meritous as cleared automatically. It's not a whole lot of time left, but I guess we can at least take a look at the universal tracker and see what we can find. So the universal tracker says alpha cache 18, gamma caches 16 through 18 have not been collected. Those can contain progression items. Reward chests 10 through 17 have not been collected. 16 and 18 were collected by Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, no, 6 through 17, minus a couple of them. So there definitely still can be progression items here, but I did make it so that checks 19 through 24 in each of the item stores, whether it's the item caches or reward chests, those cannot contain progression items. So there's not a whole lot that I need to buy, but there's a whole lot that I would need to find chests for. Looking at other games, I don't know if we'll have time to really dig into one. Timespinner still doesn't have a whole lot. But considering that it doesn't have a whole lot, that seems like the perfect place to finish for tonight. There's only a few checks, and you should be able to get through those pretty quickly. Let's see. I do need to set up the mixer. Should be able to hear the game now. And where is it? There it is. Oops. Yeah, we finished a short hike a long time ago. I think it was the first game. Was it? Yeah, I think it was the first game to finish. Oh, that's not the correct game. This should be the right one. Yeah. I think if I end up doing the Archimegalo again, I might try to come up with better colors that are more visible. Yeah, I think there's only like these couple of checks over here. Which, that's fine. Those could be something important. They might not be. There's only one way to find out. There's one over here. I think I have the tablet. I do, and that was a Waddle Dee. There's stone. White door, runes of ash, Pyro key, and a cross shuriken. Oops. Yeah, what button am I looking for? Still one check left. Probably up here. Cubbo. That opens up a boss check. I'm gonna go save. Yeah, at least a couple. Provided that they're not, they weren't all for Final Fantasy XIV and therefore have been collected. That's a Waddle Dee. Okay. Vanilla Ifrit. This might take a minute. What level am I? 18. Okay. Do I have any better equipment? Oh, do I ever? Don't really need defense. Well, that's a little more damage. And, like, the fact remains, Ifrit can't do anything to me here. So how's everyone doing? Hope you've had a good time at the Archimegalo. I realize I was very centric on 2 games, but hey, we finished one today. That's 3 out of 12. Just kind of thinking about it though, I think next week I might have to start with crosscode again. Just because there's so many checks. Give me 1 second, my glasses are slipping here. There we go. I will check the words are hard. I'll check the universal tracker once I'm done with these last couple of checks. And hopefully, like, the check after A3 here isn't going to result in, like, opening up, like, 20 more checks for crosscode. Not for crosscode, but for Timespinner. So I think basically all of the zones are open for crosscode now. Like, the only zone that isn't open is the endgame zone. Tilt and roll Kirby minigame unlock, cool. And a life vessel. Oh, there's still a check. Oh no, this one spot underneath me that I can't reach. My only weakness. What check are you asking me to do? Oh, okay. Crystals for Virtue, who no longer needs them. I think that's everything. Alright, let's go save. And I just want to change zones here to get some... one of my favorite tracks in this game. So that we can listen to that while we're pontificating about what to do next. So it still says I have one check, Royal Tower's Long Balcony. Oh yeah, Emperor Nuvius instead of Emperor. That might have been fixed in 051, but I'm not really sure how I'm going to handle this because I still need 050 installed for the Archimegalo. I probably don't strictly need it. It'll probably still run 5 with 051, but I still want to have 050 for the Archimegalo. But I need 051 for Sunday night. Because that just came out today. Okay. Yeah, especially for the wrong games. Exactly. I think it'll still work if I just like make a copy. Like, can I just, because considering that this copy of 050 does not need to generate any more games, I should be able to just make a copy of that to somewhere else and run that copy for the Archimegalo, but still have 051 for new games, right? Yeah. So hopefully that works. That's what I'm going to be setting up after the stream here. The bot's already been updated, so... yeah, you're going to be able to play Yacht Dice. I've already updated the bot that we use, so that one is not a problem. It's just when it comes to connecting to new games might cause me a problem. Anyway, let's take a look at the world at large. So I'm going to first look at Tunic. There's only a couple of checks. Not super worth going into, I don't think. A short hike has a bunch of checks. That's definitely worth dipping into. Even if I finished it, I have not released it. So that might be something that I need to do, is just go in and try to get as many of these as I can. Crosscode still has tons of checks. Astalon doesn't have a whole lot. Really contingent on Griffin Claw right now. Slot 9, Metroid Zero mission. Wait a minute. Okay, no. So this has 7 checks, and there might be some things that I can get that are technically out of logic. I've definitely gotten several out of logic checks in Zero Mission. Symphony of the Night has a decent chunk of checks. The big one would be the Holy Glasses, which are in Timespinner. They're in the library, so I would need security keycard D. I guess I can hit for that. Riskaio's SP upgrade. I don't know if that's in logic, but I do have access to Riskaio. And slot 11 for Forgotten Land. We found out today that apparently I need Dome Mouth, which is in Misery Mire, which I still cannot do anything in Link to the Past, according to the pop tracker. Unfortunately, the universal tracker is completely useless because there are random settings in the YAML. I've tried to get around it, but I can't make it work. And then that leaves slot 12, Final Fantasy XIV, which has been released and collected. No checks there. So let's take another look at Crosscode. Security keycard D is a Riskaio SP upgrade. Riskaio SP upgrade is, as far as I can tell, not in logic. In fact, I'm not seeing Riskaio on this list at all. Which one is Riskaio? Oh, is that the end, like the post-game dungeon? It must be. I can't think of what else it would be. No, it's the one in... It's not the post-game one, it's the one in the zone all the way to the east, which I can't remember its name. And I would need another progressive zone upgrade, or a progressive zone unlock, to be able to get to that. Well, anyway, so we're definitely going to be starting with Crosscode next week. And I think we are going to be dipping into a short hike. And Symphony of the Night. But the biggest wealth of checks is currently in Crosscode, and even if I don't spend an entire session on it, I will definitely need to spend at least half of each session going forward until I at least start running out of checks. Because, like, I can't reasonably count how many checks there are here. Let's see, on one page there are 5, 10, 15, 20, about 21. 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages. So there are about 85, between 85 and 90 checks. A lot. And no locked chest is no longer out of logic for being locked. I have bronze, silver, and gold keys, so I don't have to worry about leaving checks behind that are locked anymore. And like the big things to find are the Griffin Claw and the security keycard D. And those will unlock a bunch of progression for Astalon and Timespinner, respectively. So yeah, plan for it next week. Crosscode, Short Hike, and Symphony of the Night. Unless we can get something that breaks another game open. That's what I'm thinking we're going to do. But that's going to be it for today. So thank you all for watching. Thank you to Benny, Zero, Grim, Jewel, Timmy, Elia, and 56836 for hanging out in chat. The next scheduled stream is going to be on Sunday at 8 p.m. or later Atlantic Standard Time. It is the Sunday Super Shuffle. We're going to do some Archipelago shenanigans in 0.5.1. I don't know if we're... Well, I think, Grim, you want to try to play Yacht Dice? That sounds pretty cool. I don't know if any of the other games are going to get played, but there are also some big updates for a few other games. So we'll see how that goes. And that takes us around the week and around the wheel to our next Archimegalo stream on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. And hopefully we can strike it big. 3 games out of 12. 1 quarter done. 3/4 of the checks almost. But 1/4 of the games. That's just how it goes, I guess. Anyway. That's it. I'm Coolio if you don't know. And I'll see you guys next time.